Hi, I am D.Radhasri, Assistant Professor in Department of Commerce. Now we are going to say about what is financial accounting. Financial accounting. First, let me say about what is the meaning of accounting. An accounting is a recording of transaction and classification of the business transaction and event which includes the receipt and payment of cash purchase and sales of goods on credit, etc. The transaction must be in a monetary terms. Art of making, summarizing, analyzing, and interpreting of the business transactions. Communication to the external and internal shareholders of business decisions. In the recording, systematic recording of the business transaction in the first steps of the accounting process. Each and every business is recorded as when the occurs in the horizontal orders. Every entry recorded in the supporting of the reliant document evidence. Recording of the business transaction is usually done in journal or in subsidiary books, which are books of original entry. The methods of recording is adjust according to the size and nature of the business and type of the transactions. In a small firms and individual may be adopted of the journal system. Bigger firm follows subsidiary books terms of the considering of the purchase books, sales book, purchase return, sales return, and bills receivables and bills payable, each books of the journal recorded. The classification is the process of the grouping standard of the entire entries of the in the journal entries. The classification takes a form of account in a separate book known as the ledger. Separate account are open for each expense, income, opportunities, liabilities, and person which whom the business has dealing of the classification facilities in the nature of the business transaction into identification the group. For example, we can say goods sold to the customer on credit or recorded in the sales book. Cash received from him recorded in the cash book. Goods returned by him or shown in the sales return books. They are the group in one place in the ledger in this person record. In the each ledger account provided a complete picture of the dealing in relation to that particular person or property or expense or income. Then we're going to say about accounting as an art and science and art. As science, an accountant analyzes the economic result by identifying and analyzing and classifying using the methods of a double entry book system accounting. So accounting is a science that includes comprising the rules, principles, concept and convention and standards in science and art. At present, the financial finding by the following and implementing a universal acceptance method CAP, the establishing rules and principles of accounting applied in bookkeeping process of the economic entry. Then we see about the uses of financial accounting. Ascertaining the opportunities and operations of profit and loss. Ascertaining the financial position of the business. Keeping systematic recording. Properties and the controlling business properties. Facilitating the rational decisions making. Planning and controlling opportunities and operation, accompanying the legal equipment, making information available of various groups using of the evidence, particular times. The court in the case of dispute of the evidence, substitute of the memories, settlement of taxations, liabilities, comparative studies, sales of the books, the amount size of the causing of increasing and decreasing of the capital. Nature of accounts. There is a three types in the nature of accounts: personal account, real account, nominal account. Personal account indicates the element of the accounts which respect the persons and oceans. The elements of the account which represent the tangible or intangible assets or helps the organization to the earn profit. The element or account which represent expense the losses, income, gain of their business. Limitation of financial accounting. Recording only mandatory transaction efforts of the price level accounting is not considering. No reliability information due to the concept and convention followed. Personal bias of the accounting affect their accounting standard, permit alternative terms, lack of the informations of the accounting principles. Historical in nature records only the past transaction to the guidance of the future, does not record the effect of various ground of the regulations. In the legal of the business, that net of the year opportunity to be increases in the trial balance, the trading concept of the group gross profit of the business. The profit should be entered in the business when they are occurring as losses they can make to able to signify in the manner. The accounting of the recording, classifying, the summarizing must be carried out in the systematic manner. In terms of money, it can be all business transaction have to be recorded in terms of the money. Transaction event of the financial character. All those business transactions and event in financial character recorded in the account only. All the events, dealing, happenings which have been no financial effects or be completing, ignoring to the financial process. Interpreting the result. The result in finding of a need of various purpose for trending of the observed in the sales or purchasing expense, etc., or usually for the future planning of the operations in the sales. Data about the accounting and supplying to have many reports to be calculated for variance in the interpreting of usual done for the ratio and flow fund of the cash purchase in the past performance of providing guidance for future plan and operations. Objectives of the financial accounting. To know about the result of business, why profit and losses to be very important in the economic expenditure account. To ascertain the financial condition, the business want to expand in the lot size. To ensuring controlling the assets, importance of preventing the fraud, misappreciating on the losses. The visiting provide the management of the cases of surplus. The funds can be used for the providing difference of cash over into them. The providing regulatory information to the government tax authorities with great easy of their when they are needed. Thank you for the listening of financial accounting.